Okay, now see this problem 1.257, the last problem. You see, if you see this problem, last problem, I'm not getting the correct answer. There is a term, this is cos alpha minus a by r. If you see the answer, you will find cos alpha minus a by r. So why there is a mistake? You see, this mistake is because I am assuming this point is necessarily the below point. That is not actually correct. This point can be somewhere here. So this is touching somewhere here. So if I see the same thing in the next page, you see this point is going somewhere here. So not necessarily this point. So this is the point F. Now this means I have to find what is the acceleration of this point, not this point. Acceleration of this point I have to find out. And then I have to multiply by the F. So acceleration of this point will be, so acceleration of this point will be a. In this direction I will have acceleration. So this point will have acceleration a1, that is the acceleration of center of mass. Now this is rotating in this way. So this will have one acceleration tangentially this direction, that is a into alpha. So let me make the same thing here. So this point will have acceleration a1 in this direction, and a alpha in this a1 is in this direction and a alpha in this direction. So resultant acceleration in this direction will be, this angle is alpha. So resultant acceleration in this direction will be a1 cos alpha minus a alpha. So a1 cos alpha minus a1 will be the resultant acceleration in this direction. You just copy it out. Now see, I can show the same thing. Here I have a1, a alpha, that is basically wrong. Now resultant acceleration is not this. Resultant acceleration we have, that is a1 cos alpha, because a1 will have a component a1 cos alpha in this direction, minus a alpha, because a alpha in this direction. So resultant acceleration will be a1 cos alpha minus a alpha. This will be the resultant acceleration. So the distance traveled, and once again if I find work done in this case, it will be simply in this direction force is F. So I don't have to take component F cos alpha. So this is simply F dot S. Now this F dot S I have to find. So let us a1 cos alpha minus a alpha. So this is a1 and I have to multiply by cos alpha, then I will have a1 cos alpha. So there is a term that will come, that is cos alpha. a1 cos alpha minus a alpha, alpha is a1 by r. This term is a1. So even if I take a1 common, so there will be a cos alpha term that will remain inside. Are you getting or not? So cos alpha minus a1 by r, and a1 is simply f by m cos alpha minus a1 by r. So you see, here we will have cos alpha term. Here we will have cos alpha term. You check yourself. And then cos alpha minus a by r, cos alpha minus a by r, 2 times we will have. And there will be no cos alpha here, because we don't have any cos alpha outside. We are not multiplying by f cos alpha. So this term will be whole square. There will be no term, something like 1 minus a by r. Are you getting or not? If you are not getting, let me do once again. If things are complicated, let me do once again. So things becomes quite easy. So you see, at this point, now the acceleration is, in this direction we have acceleration a1. In this direction acceleration is a alpha. So in this direction angle is alpha. So the total acceleration in this direction is a1 cos alpha minus a alpha. So this is the acceleration in this direction. And a alpha is what? Alpha is nothing but a1 by r. So we have shown alpha is nothing but a1 by r. So if I put the resultant acceleration a1 cos alpha minus a alpha, so this is a1 is, alpha is a1 by r. So a alpha is nothing but a1 by r. So if I take a1 common, this is simply cos alpha minus a1 by r. And I know a1. a1 is nothing but, you see in your copy, you will find f by m cos alpha minus a by r divided by 1 plus gamma. So this is your A1. Now you have to multiply by cos alpha minus A1 by R. Now cos alpha minus A1 by R 2 times, so I can write F by M cos alpha minus A by R whole square divided by 1 plus gamma. So what is the distance table? S is equals to ut plus half at square. So half F by M, this term cos alpha minus A by R whole square 1 by gamma plus t square. So this is the distance. Now I have to find work done. So F, because in this direction, this direction, I have a force that is applied as F. So F into distance. So F into half F by M cos alpha minus A by R whole square t square 1 plus gamma. You see, things are so complicated. It seems to be easy. Even after so many practice, we can do such a error very regularly. So you see, science looks like easy, but it's actually not easy. It requires a lot of practice, and then you learn. Sometimes you might be thinking that teacher is doing something that is easy, but teacher is not doing anything new, because he knows the things, he has done already these things a lot of time, and this time you see on the blackboard he is doing in one time. What do you think? Teacher is creating something? Nothing. Even if you do the same problem 3 times, you will find you can do this kind of problem easily when you see once in one click. So there is nothing like, I think personally, there is nothing like intelligence. What is this? This is all about information. If you have the information, you can click it. If you don't have information, you don't click it. Only thing is how fast you apply. That can come only from the experience, from learning. Experience can start, or things can start from very childhood, or it can start after some time later. And these are just information. And in life, this information does not plays much important role. Of course, this basically gives you an idea. This gives you exercise. But this is not everything in the life. But still, because we have so much population, this is a way, education is a way to gain the bread and water. Nothing more than that. Personally, I feel the same thing. I don't know what you feel. Okay, we'll discuss the next problem.